Okay. I have the pop-out chat. I have the game ready. And yeah, we are ready to go. Hello everyone. I'll just do an introduction once again for the YouTube video, but today you kind of see what we're about to stream. So I'm just setting up, taking a sip of my coffee, and let's play some PvZ Heroes. I am so excited. It's been a really heavy week. I am a nurse, as some of you may know, and I work 410s, and typically by the end of the day I am dead. So since streaming is not my main work, then it really is like a pleasure for me to have the time and opportunity to do some streaming. So I'm super excited to bring it on. So getting ready to start the YouTube video in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hello my friends, this is notyourbf, and today I have a really awesome deck to showcase. If you can see here, we are playing Aggro Chompzilla. I did a Chompzilla video last week, and I'm really excited to bring Chompzilla again. One of my viewers suggested that I should be playing Cosmos, and I do not disagree with that, so let's actually get into it. So here's the deck list. Cosmos. Recently, he was buffed in the last patch. So when an environment is played, either you or by your opponent, it gets +2/+2. The dream and one of our quests that we need to achieve or want to achieve with this deck is to go turn 1 Cosmos into turn 2 Coffee Grounds for a double striking 4/4 right off the bat on turn 2 that required very minimal investment. To round out the deck, we run a very clean 4 of everything. So we have Bonk Choy as team up and early removal. We have Clique Peas as a threat that grows. We have Cosmos, and we have Sun-shroom as a tempo card more than anything. We have our key environment, which is a Coffee Grounds. So hope you like coffee. I got my Dutch Bros, so we're ready and caffeinated. We have Vegetation, Mutation. Excellent card, especially with all this team up. Hopefully we can get multiple buffs off of our Vegetation Mutation. That's one of the achievements that you'll see. Nothing like drawing off of Captain Cucumber. How about drawing 2 instead of 1? That goes good with our Apotatosaurus, not to mention a double striking Apotatosaurus that's untrickable is really, really freaking hard to deal with. Of course, there's Deadly. Not much we can do about that. We finish it off with Fertilizer, which is also a recently buffed card. Split P helps aggressive decks like this actually use their powers, because otherwise the opponents are typically defending and we don't get a chance. Plus, 4 attack is pretty good. It's pretty weak to Nibble. Hopefully Nibble can eat a Bonk Choy instead. But we will see what we run into. Alright, so with the deck list out of the way, let's see. I'm gonna go for, I want to say, I don't know, maybe 12 games. This should be fast, and we'll see what the record shows. Okay. Really, really excited to be bringing you all some more Chompzilla gameplay. And look at that. Right off the bat, we have everything that we need. So this hand is just beautiful. What do I want to do here? I think we're gonna start with our Sun-shroom on Heights, followed by Cosmos and Coffee Grounds. There really isn't anything that Huge Giganticus can do about Sun-shroom on turn 1, unless they get some miracle thing and we get our superpower. That's excellent. Alright, so here we go. This is kind of the dream hand right here. So there's our 3 sun, and here's our little combo. Alright, so yeah, let's just go in order here. Alright, and see what they have. They might have a counter environment. If they do, they're gonna teleport. And it's interesting that they did that because they're still gonna be taking 2 here. Alright, and now we basically can play... Yup, okay! That is the win! That's very easy. Alright, so let's get some updates here. So, 1 win. And we got our turn 2 setup as part of our quests. So let's go again and see what happens. 169 stars, YouTube. Let's take a look here. Look at this hand. Yeah, we're just keeping... This is someone else. Huge Giganticus, so we're gonna go for exactly the same play. Really nice about playing this on heights is that once we Vegetation Mutation, we will also buff the Sunnier Shroom. So that's actually a really nice bonus that we get. There's a Fertilize. So as you can see, our hand is very, very good. But obviously, we run out of gas very, very quickly if the opponent does have answers. But with aggressive decks, you gotta step on the pedal and just keep going. So let's go. Cosmos. Double strike. Opponent. What you got for me? Alright, so they're gonna take 8 this turn. Push them down to 12. They have 4 brains available to them. Okay, so... do we go balls to the wall? And I think we do. Let's take our little ballsticles and show the opponent. Alright, how about 10-10? We can't win this turn, but still, that actually does one of our achievements, which is to have more than 10 attack. How does turn 2 10-10 sound? The freeze will help to block 1 attack, but once again it buffs the Cosmos. The opponent got this, but now they have to block this and hope they have something like a alpha base or something like that, because otherwise, what does this have other than bullseye? Oh, it has strike through. That makes sense. Well, we're at 6 sun, so we don't really care. We're the aggressor here. Let's do what we do best and be aggressive. Alright. What you got, opponent? Looks like a mustache deck for sure. So they're gonna freeze the Cosmos again. That's fine. They're gonna get some brains back. Potentially laser base alpha. That's a bonus attack. Sure. I think the opponent is really trying to wear down the Cosmos. Unfortunately for them, we have the Geyser. So let's see, what do we do here? We have... okay, we're gonna have a little dud plant here, unless they put it over here. Oh, okay, they chose to put it over there. And they have 5 brains available to them. It is huge Giganticus. I don't think we can get much value off of this right now because there's nothing to move. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna play this here. We're gonna go ahead and buff our guys. And we're gonna heal. We are at 7 after all. But The opponent really needs to play their cards right. See, right now it's desperation time if they're going for the superpowers. This is a lot of pressure for the opponent to deal with, and so far they've been doing their best to deal with it. We did clear the board, well, except for this. We have the Whip Vine, and with the Whip Vine, if we just move something out of the way, that might be enough to win it. But the mustaches, and see, that's all they're getting, a mustache. So we're gonna move this over here, and we'll see if the opponent has an answer for any of this. Oh, they have the backup dancers. Look at them holding on for dear life. And that's gonna give them more. Are they gonna use the Bat Moon Rising? BMR? No, okay. No Bat Moon Rising, thankfully. But look at our Cosmos. And now we're only taking one. And the opponent's running out of things. So I think this is when mustache decks really start to wear out. We can't really do anything, so we're just gonna pass. Opponent might concede, but they're really fighting, and there it is. Alright. 2-1. And we'll see what the next one has for us. Let's go. Aggressive Chompzilla. I like this. Games go nice and fast. I said about 12 games, and looks like we'll be done here in a few minutes. You know, double ramp into Apotatosaurus isn't bad. I like this start. Since we have the Vegetation mutation, we're gonna be playing on heights. And I think it's just time to race. Unfortunately, I don't know how well we can race the mini ninja, but we will see. Alright. Decisions here. The opponent might have their superpower, but even superpower is not enough to get through Captain Cucumber. So let's go ahead and do this. We might be taking a lot of damage this turn. Looks like we got saved. I'm really scared of that superpower right now. We'll see what we draw. We drew a split P. Okay, Gravestone. Let's think about this for a second, okay? Is there much to think about? I think we developed these guys. I think we develop... What could this be? You know what? This could be the anti-hero thing. I'm okay doing this for now. I could have also Vegetation mutation, and the opponent said enough is enough. I'm done. Okay. Interesting. I don't know if we took too long and they were like, nah, this isn't worth it. We'll see. So far, 3-0, baby. We're gonna be collecting... I don't know, I don't want to jinx it. Alright, Taco 49. And... we need some other stuff. Team up, Vegetation, Fertilize. Alright, I think this is okay. We'll keep this and hopefully draw into some more things. I really wish we would have drawn... Okay, that was one thing that I was wondering. They probably have some candy or something, but there's no playing around this. Yeah, that teacher's out of here. There's no way I'm letting that teacher stay and resolve and do its thing. And look at that. We have the combo. Unfortunately, we do not have much else. next turn we will have 4 if I do this. So let's put this here. And let's put Cosmos here. Maybe it would have been better to play both in one lane, because that way they can both benefit from this. They do have the beam me up. That's fine, you know, that happens. Alright, so let's beat some face. How does 14 damage sound? Alright. We take that. And of course, they draw... Was that double 3s? I think that was double 3s. Alright, they want to slow down our Cosmos. And they get a candy too. That's unfortunate. Interesting. That's pretty ballsy from the opponent. I really wish I had one more Sun to do this play, but I think right now we just need to keep pushing forward. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. And we'll see if the opponent has all the answers that they need for this. I figured that they had that. That was probably the reason why they had a paparazzi there. And they have... Well, that actually will end up trading with a Clique piece next turn, unless the opponent has like a rocket launcher. But they're getting all the candies, and as you can see, we're really running low on cards now. I'm really hoping our Captain Cucumber survives, but I don't know if Captain Cucumber will. Let's threaten the teacher. And let's give our things double strike. Every time I try to build these kinds of decks, I feel like I always run out of space in the deck for cards. But the opponent has their engine going. They have the paparazzi, they have the trick-or-treater, they have the teacher. Yeah, this is getting pretty scary actually. This is probably gonna end up in a loss. Yeah, that's enough to finish off the Cosmos. So, we didn't stomp this game. Do we get something that's pretty good, but that's not gonna save us? That's not gonna do anything. Do we do it anyway? I suppose we do. We probably have to save our Sun for whatever it is we end up doing. So now it's rough because they're gonna keep playing tricks, getting candies, growing this. They just said, hey, I'm gonna trickster. Everything in their engine is firing right now. So that's 6 plus 7. We really need a shield block and a miracle. Can we get a shield block and a miracle? I doubt it, but let's see. Shield block and a miracle. Shield block and a miracle. See, they have room for trickster, teacher, paparazzi, trick-or-treater, candies. I haven't seen going viral. Do we get the trick? Okay, we get the block. I think we live, but we might still be dead, if you know what I mean. They're opponent down to 4, and their shield meter is full. There's no way we're winning this. Well, it was good. The win streak was good while it lasted, I suppose. Come on, opponent, just do something. Finish me off. And they play Umbrella Zombie? Really? Okay. Let's see what we would have gotten from Apotatosaurus. I'll let the paparazzi finish the job. Alright. It wouldn't have mattered anyway. Alright. GG, opponent. Well played. On to the next game. I'm already updating the win-loss tracker because I know that we did not do this. The quest of Finish Tater is to use Apotatosaurus as our finisher. Once the opponent thinks that maybe they can hold us with tricks. Unfortunately, this game we were just too slow, and even though we had the answer to the teacher, they just had everything else in the correct order that they needed it. Alright, let's go again. We'll see how we end up. 3-1 versus Professor Brainstorm. Alright, Professor. We gotta split P into this. Coffee Grounds, Cosmos. You know what this means? It probably means that our Coffee Grounds, our Cosmos is gonna get plumbered. But we gotta go for it, right? Yep, there's the bungee plumber. Unfortunate. There's try number 2. So let's see. Let's do our split key. And what do they get? Okay, they get that was their superpower. Alright, opponent. At least we're drawing into our additional draw, which is good. They have a mustache. You know, I would rather just do the 8 damage and race. Well, yeah. Let's go. Let's go! Come on. Are you serious? Are you effing serious? Out of all the superpowers in the game, they get the one that answers this. This is so annoying. Okay, let me think about this now. I think we get the double legendary, because at this point the game's gonna go long. Things are not going ideal as they should. And we're gonna do this here. Yeah. Hopefully no answer for the captain. Okay, that's good. And what do we get? Playing that, save our Cosmos. Maybe we can draw another Coffee Grounds. But meanwhile, we're just gonna have to leverage some discount legendaries and hope that maybe that gets us there. Alright, we draw, the opponent draws. Hello! Oh, hi, God G! Thank you for joining! And thank you for being my first commenter. We just started with this. We're having a pretty good record so far. Hope you're enjoying this stream. Just saw your message. Welcome. Alright, so this thing's never gonna die. But if we order this correctly, we can put this here, and we can put our radishes here, and the Captain Cucumber should grow them to the point that potentially they can trade with the duck stash, so we will see. This might complicate things a little bit. Interesting, they went for this instead. Okay, they're just saying we're getting rid of the Captain Cucumbers. I think I would have attacked with a Duck Stash. But, I guess this is what they're doing, which is fine. Now the radishes will finish off the Duck Stash. Look at the health on the Waxer. We do not want to deal with that. They also could have denied us this, but they decided to put the brains here, so I wonder if they have some sort of combo ready in their hand. We shall see. Okay, opponent plays the Hungry. Very interesting deck that the opponent is playing. How do we want to do this? We have 6, so... I think we want to start building this up. But the one issue is, I think it makes sense to do this here. So we're gonna have to do this here. And I do not want to do this. Let me just think about this for a moment. Do we just have our opponent's life and trade here? I think that's what we're gonna have to do. Yeah, let's do that. So you go down to 9. We trade. They have their bonus attack. Oh, so they're gonna do that here, I see. They'll heal a little bit. There goes our Cosmos, that's fine. We do still have some health, and we have quite a bit of things in our hand. They're gonna evolve that. Let's see what they get. They get a Garg, okay. And they get some brains out of that too, but nothing else. Alright, and I have a feeling we're gonna trigger the opponent's superpower here. No, we rolled a 1, okay. Alright, we're still alive. We're gonna have a heal. You know, we're still in this. Sure, that's fine. What do you think about this? We're gonna put this here. Okay. We are going to buff here. And we're gonna heal like this. That way, potentially we're threatening lethal. This will not kill that anymore, but this should kill the opponent. And this will actually grow, so... Let's see. Let's find out. Alright. They might get dancers. I really hope they don't get dancers. I hope they get like Eureka or something. Eureka! 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 Yes! And we win! Okay. That was... See, maybe if they would have gotten rid of the coffee grounds instead, they could have avoided that. Alright. GG. 4 wins, 1 loss. Does that count as fertilizer for the GG? It does, because if it wasn't for the fertilizer, the Dandelion would have only done 4 damage instead of 5. So that finishes another of our quests, which is to use a fertilizer for the win. And hello, God G, hope you're still watching. And thank you to everyone who's watching today. Let's Cosmos it up. Look at this hand. I'm keeping it. We know that similar to Huge Giganticus, Super Brain just does not have an answer to this. So we're gonna play it here. Next, we are gonna... Very nice. We'll see what the opponent does. So here the question is, do I want to save our Sun-shroom? Or do we want to just start racing and I think we just start the race. They look like an aggressive deck as well. Our hand doesn't really need that much sun anymore. It's a little bit of a card advantage loss. It might be a tempo gain. It might not be. We will find out. Unfortunately, next turn now we can't do split P into coffee grounds. But still, this is a very aggressive hand. And the opponent's not doing anything, so they might have Rocket here. So I think what we're gonna do is... They might also have the superpower. If they do have the superpower, I'm a little scared that if I play this, I just lose everything. I'm gonna do it anyway. I mean, we'll see what they have. Probably Rocket. Draw. Oh, baby. Well, we're winning the race. Did we just win? Okay, alright. 5-1. Yeah, let's see what we get next. I'm pretty sure we did get an 8-8 Cosmos. We got that pretty early. I don't remember that we did though, so I'm not gonna change that yet. Alright, next game. What do we have here? Double Mushroom Heights Apotatosaurus. Let's go! You know what time it is? It's time for our opponent to not play Dog Walker. That is the one thing that I would be very, very careful with. If they play Dog Walker, luckily we drew Holoflora. Oh. They're saying, hey, look at me, I can do 4 damage a turn. I'm saying, hey, look at me. I can play something that doesn't even attack. Alright, what you got for me, opponent? Wow. Okay. So let's think about it, right? If I do this and this, I will do more damage, but then I lose part of the value that I could get from this, and I could get more. If I fertilize, though, I will be doing 4 damage. I will have 5 available for next turn. Yeah, I think we're fertilizing. Alright. This is part of our strategy. We would have done 4 damage anyway had we done this. We are taking a beating, so this strategy better work out, because otherwise we're in a little bit of some trouble here. And look, they're still not doing anything else. Alright, now we have to play some defense. 1, 2, 3. Alright, I think we put this here. Yeah, we have to. Now, you know what? Let's draw some cards. I might be wrong for doing this, but I would rather get my heal power sooner rather than later. And yeah, this ended up working pretty good. We'll do 4. We get our superpower, and we can get rid of the amphibious, so that was pretty lucky actually. And we will continue to charge our meter. I don't know if this was a waste or not, but guess what? We have Apotatosaurus and a 4/7. We have a little bit of that tempo going for us. Okay, opponent's digging for stuff. So they're gonna trigger here anyway. We have some... Next turn we can deal some major damage. Let's do Apotatosaurus here. This'll maybe come handy. Alright, there's a superpower. What is it? If it's the bounce, it goes here. Interesting, so we got the concede. Alright. 6-1, baby. 5 games to go. Let's do this. Yeah! Come on. Cosmos for the win, baby. I don't know if y'all know, but Chompzilla is my favorite hero. You can build Chompzilla in so many different ways, and it just works. We got Sun-shroom into Fertilize. We got Split P for the power. We don't have the Cosmos combo, but you know what? I like this hand. I just don't like that they could rocket us. We'll see what they do, though. I'm keeping it and hoping for the best. I like to play this on heights sometimes, especially because of the team up and because we run Vegetation Mutation. And that's fine. See, we have Plan B, which is always nice. We'll see what the opponent does. It looks like a mustache deck. I like to develop this early because it starts charging our meter. The one downside is they have one brain open. I could develop this and potentially get the second plunger out of their hand. So I actually like that plan a little better. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. And then we're gonna put the Bonk Choy in the front. And yeah, that'll be our turn. We'll see what the opponent does. Ooh. They have this terrain. So in a way, it's a good thing we did not play our Split P there. We'll see what happens next. I want to Fertilize here, but at this point, is it even worth it? I don't think so. I think we just take the L and let that charge our meter for us. I'm really hoping that they don't have something to get rid of this, but we'll see. Lately, our opponents have been getting the perfect superpower, so what you got, Professor Brainstorm? Did they get that off of... I think they've been holding on to that, so... I mean, that's good. You conjure, I conjure, we conjure. Good for you, good for me. And we get our meter charged. That's annoying. You see this smile? That is because I have the perfect answer here. Do you want a Bonk Choy? Sure. I think we're gonna Bonk Choy here. Just to maybe bait out some more removal. Ah, are you serious? Did I say something about the opponent having the perfect superpower earlier? I kind of recall saying something like that. I don't know if y'all remember me saying that. Dang it. Dang it. Are you serious? Are you serious, opponent? Are you fucking serious? Okay. Now they have a handful of stuff. Another probably perfect superpower in their hand. So here's the thing. We're at 10. This will probably trigger the block. So I might just race. See what we get. Alright, we take one. We trigger the block. We use it. We need all the sun we have to make some plays. Alright, 10 to 13. We're charging our meter. Alright, and we draw into Apotatosaurus. Let's go. This is gonna threaten the opponent. You know, I really wish... Oh, you know what? If I do this... We're still taking a big amount of damage. How much are we taking? Hang on. Hang on. 1, 2. This is just 2. I'm counting it as 2. 8, 10. So, unfortunately, we cannot take a hit from this. Or from this. If we block here... Okay, we have to do it like this. This is very unfortunate, but it's a way that we survive, at least until next turn, and next turn will be our last. Okay, and then we just die anyway, because... I mean, next turn will be our last, but I don't think that there's anything that we can draw that'll save us for this game. Perfect superpower. Literally the only one... maybe the bounce would have helped too. 1 life. I have to block here. Get superpower here. Get rid of this. Okay. I think the opponent's just gonna finish us off. Valkyrie and... we lose. Alright. 6 and 2. We have 4 games to go with this deck, so let's see what our final score can be. That's unfortunate. How would the opponent know to get an evap? I mean, they didn't know. They just, you know, it's the luck. I'm salty, chat. I am so salty right now. Bonk Choy into split P. Let's see what we have. We're keeping. This seems okay. It's a decent curve, a decent finisher. Up against Infinity. The aggressive zombie. Alright. Let's Bonk Choy it up. Here we're just following the easy as 1, 2, 3 strategy. Depending on what the opponent does, of course. They did not have an answer for this. Okay, sure. Alright. Take 6. I take 2. Conman is so good. Even with... back when I used to play, like, before I... many years ago, 8 years ago when I would stream, I remember this card came out and I thought it was the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen in my life with, okay, do they get the perfect superpower? Oh, and they got a treasure too. Well then, we'll do this, and we'll hold on to our superpower. And we'll see what the opponent has. Oh, they got the gravestone. Did they get that conjured? I didn't see. I think they did conjure for that. What do I keep saying about the opponents having the perfect superpower? So now they have 4 brains, so they can laser base alpha us or some crap like that. And our play really is to fertilize the Bonk Choy. So we'll see what the opponent does this turn, and then we'll... I mean, if we fertilize for the win again, that would be funny. Fertilize. How much damage is that? That would be 10 damage, so we would be 1 off. Interesting. My guess is that they have the rocket. And if they have the rocket, it just makes more sense to fertilizer here. Right? Okay, why would they play this? This is gonna trade... I mean... Yeah, let's do it like this. Do I gain anything out of doing this? No, I think I just lose out of doing that, so... This should at least protect us from Rocket. Wait, does Rocket still kill it? Are you serious? At least I don't think they'd have the Rocket, because I think they would have played the Rocket there. You know what's funny? Next turn I can now Fertilizer here. And I might as well sacrifice the Split P here just to avoid some more strike-through damage. Very interesting. Eee. We do not want to do that. These con men. Okay. Can we Fertilizer Split P for the win, chat? That's the real question. I think we can. Well, it's 14 damage. Let me think here. What sucks is we don't have it for this turn. That's 4 damage at least. 5 because I'm damaging myself here. I have to do this. I know this is gonna die, but if this lives, it's 12 damage. It gets us really close to where we need. And we block here. And we see what the opponent does. They keep getting their superpowers too, so... Remember what I said about people getting the perfect superpower? This card should just say, get the perfect superpower. So they're gonna fruit this. Okay. That's not enough damage. And we're gonna take 2 damage from that. That's really scary. And they have the Bungee Plumber. So what was that? Superpower into Conjure Gravestone. Get a Gravestone. Oh, this Quasar Wizard was conjured by Buried Treasure. I am not happy right now with how things are looking. Can we still win? Can we somehow, some way pull this off? I guess we'll find out. Let's see. It's not looking good. If I play Apotatosaurus, I just lose. Is there a way that I don't lose? If I play this, I take more damage. Oh, I get the draw and then I lose. Ah. Con man. Alright, well. That's loss number 3. That's unfortunate. So that barrel did nothing the whole game. I guess it stopped me from doing things. It's weird. I don't think the opponent knows just how much the barrel did. And the con man. Alright. GG. I already updated the loss, so that counts. Let's go to the next one. So we have as a goal Finisher Tater, which we haven't done yet with our Apotatosaurus. 4+ plant vegetation mutation and 8/8 cosmos. I really like this hand. I only wish we had the beans, but is it worth it to get rid of either of these for the beans? I think it is. Alright, we're keeping that. Let's see if they have the plumber. I think we just played against this person. They do have the plumber. Okay. It's plumber number 1. Out of here. Can we get the split P to work? Or do you have a plumber number 2? Alright, Mr. Darwin. Alright, they're gonna use Eureka. Let's see here. Plumber number 2, look at that. Okay, that's plumber number 2. Plumber this. I know that they can't. But now they could have anything, so... Are they gonna teleport a tombstone here? Because I'm gonna be... Okay, that's fine. That's not nearly as bad as I had hoped. Alright, reincarnation. Let's let the RNG... That's actually not bad. So here's the next question. The opponent has 4 brains available to them. If I do this, I'm pretty scared that they'll rocket and we just lose 2 cards. So I think instead of that, we're gonna do this here, as weird as that may be. And we'll play our Blooming Heart here. I'd rather get the draw from the cucumber than lose everything to... See, there's the rocket. So, it was a good idea to play it like this. Alright, let's see what's next. Five-drop Apotatosaurus? Don't mind if I do. You can't rocket this, baby. Yeah, see? They have to rocket the Blooming Heart. Hopefully they take 6, and they have their... Oh, they got rid of the Cosmos so that we don't get to grow it. Alright, what do you think this is? And what could this be? I don't think whatever they have can survive the Apotatosaurus. But let's grow our babies up. Alright, now they're drawing. They're just drawing cards. Alright. I'm cool with that. I'm also drawing cards, or I've been drawing cards, but I also have a field of untrickable Apotatosaurus, so good luck, opponent. Not to say that, you know, this is guaranteed because there's so much that could go wrong, but at least we're building a good field here, you know? More gravestones. I think at this point they're just blocking stuff. This is a root, right? That is a root. Okay. Don't mind if I root here. More draw, but our field keeps growing. 2 damage. Okay, that's not enough. Oh, they got the... How is everyone getting Evaporate from Quasar? At least I'm not salty about it right now. Sure. Let's just grow our guys. What does the opponent have? Maybe dancers. We really need to draw some coffee grounds here, or some something to remove the things. Here's where stuff like Espresso Fiesta would be really good. It's just that... Oh, there's our coffee grounds. Okay, that's good. Look, another Quasar. I hear superpowers are pretty good. What do you think? I did have a challenge, which was, let's see. We're gonna put this here. And we're gonna... We're gonna put this here, just for overkill. We're gonna do this. Alright, and one of our achievements is to get a... Look, 2 sun plus 2 to 4 things. That is beautiful. Alright, opponent, show me what you got. If they don't have an answer for this, on this simple Apotatosaurus is game. Alright, they have a bungee there. Sure. I think the opponent has played like 4 bungees this game. And like 3 Benjamins, kite flyers. Yeah, that's not gonna save them. This should be guaranteed lethal. What else do you have? Okay, there it is. So that means that we have our achievement of the 4+ plant mutation completed. Yes. And is that a Apotatosaurus finishing the opponent? Look at that. Finisher Tater. And S. So what does this mean? This means we add that to the win. So we're at 7-3. Alright. 2 more games. Let's do this. I might do a second stream later tonight with a different deck, but I just can't resist to play my aggressive Chompzilla. Alright, 2 games left. There's Apotatosaurus, and there's Cosmos. There's Bonk Choy. We have a lot of options for turn 1. Clique pieces. Let's see what else we can get. Alright. If that's the case, then I'm gonna get rid of Clique piece. There we go. I just want something that's a little, you know, more than just another 1-drop. Clique piece takes a while to grow. I do like them in this deck because they go good with coffee grounds, but I would rather get something that gets me to the late game. Alright, the deck's doing its thing. This is probably the most powerful turn 2. Now, they can do this, and that sucks for us. But the bigger concern is, now they can rocket it when we pump it up. Oh, and we gave them a superpower already. You know, that went right to their hand. I know exactly what they just drew. And what they just drew is, cut down to size. Dang it. So here, I mean, it's Rust Bowl. They have all the answers, right? They could Weed Spray us. Nope, they're drawing cards. Okay. I guess here the downside of Fertilize is that... Interesting, okay. That's not bad. Apotatosaur, okay. Opponent conceded. I think they had to go... I'm not gonna count that as a win. As much as that is a win, I think that there was still a lot of game going on there. I don't know if the opponent just had all spells and needed to draw like a Trickster or something, but I know they had cut down to size. We were gonna keep growing with our Cucumber. It's not a loss, but it's not a win. Double Cosmos is a bit much. Bonk Choy, Split P, Heights. Alright, I think we are gonna... There we go. I don't know if Sun-shroom belongs in this deck, but I really like it because we have the draw from the cucumber, and just getting it on turn 2 instead of turn 1 is pretty good. The unfortunate thing here is that the opponent definitely has some removal. I mean, 2 out of their 3 superpowers could be removal. I want to slow roll. No, let's just go for it. Let's just hope for the best. It probably pays more to play conservative in these situations because they're gonna have... Oh, and they had a plumber anyway, but you know, they could have plumber. They could have the deal 3 damage, heal 3. They could have so many things. So now we just have to, like, slow the game down a little, basically. So here I have a feeling we're just gonna trade, or maybe they have another removal spell. This kind of hints that maybe it's not a control Boogaloo. You know, this could be the hat trick thing, so I'm just gonna... Yeah, it is. It's the Abracadabra, that's its name. Keeps forgetting the magic word is please. Alright. I don't think this is gonna survive, but... Let's think about this. I think I'd rather do this. And just see if we can pull it off. It would be nice if we can. Okay, so they had the superpower to deal 3 damage. So I'm glad I didn't do this, because that would have killed it anyway. But at least now we know which superpower they have. This is one of the unfortunate things of running so many buff spells. Which is... I wonder if this is another Abracadabra. We're just gonna pass. I want to get maximum value off of this. Oh, that's nasty. That's very, very nasty. We're close to dead here at this point. Okay, so how do we not lose this? And I think that the... Oh my god. Okay. I think we need a very good superpower. We need the Chomp superpower here. So, fingers crossed. Opponent has been getting their best superpowers this game. Can we get the best superpower for us? Please, please. There it is. Yeah! No! This has 2 toughness. Why? Why? Wait, I cried for too long. This is it. This is it, chat. Game over, man. Game over. I think we were dead anyway, but still. Oof. That hurt. That hurt my heart. It was a conga. I was really hoping it was Abracadabra and that they didn't have anything else. Alright, so we're 7-4. Last game. Let's go. Let's do this. Can we get an 8-8 Cosmos? That's the main question I have for you all. I kind of like this, actually. This is a pretty aggressive start. We can do this, into these, into this. Potentially get some other stuff, so yeah. What you got for us? let's see here. There's Cosmos, okay. It would be really nice if we get a Coffee Grounds. With the opponent having only 2 left, I think maximum aggressiveness is good here. We don't want to let Huge Giganticus get more time. So let's just start hitting for 7 or 6 in the next few turns. This is still a pretty good threat. Alright. And we have a Sun advantage. Alright. So we're probably playing against Bat Moon Rising or something similar. Let's see what we draw first. Okay. Well, that being the case, let's just start beating face. We have Cosmos, we have a way to grow it, and I'm hoping to finish the stream with an 8-8 Cosmos, and this is the last game for this particular deck. So, we'll see if we can pull it off. Wait, what? Oh, okay. I was like, what are you doing, opponent? They almost misclicked and put that there. Alright, treasure chest, conjure dude. Yes, okay. We win. Too much pressure. Pressure. Pushing down on Huge Giganticus. Too much pressure. Alright, so let's go to the deck wrap-up now. Here we go. So, our final score was 8-4. And here's our deck here. Oops. Here's our deck. There we go. What did we learn? We learned that this deck can be pretty one-sided. There's times that you do get stuck with fertilizers and mutations, but nothing to buff them. Cosmos into Coffee Grounds won almost every single game, I want to say. Some people just scooped early. Apotatosaurus was a huge threat. Sun-shroom, I think, was pretty good with the heights and just giving us ability. Clique didn't really do much. They've done it more for me in previous games that I've done, not in the stream. And Captain Cucumber is still excellent with a deck like this because you can buff it. You get extra draws. It makes your Apotatosaurus bigger. So yeah, if you want to play what is probably the best Cosmos deck, you want Chompzilla. I really like this build because it really focuses on being aggressive. The Split P is probably the most questionable card, but I think with the Coffee Grounds and with the ability to just fuel your own superpower so you can get to Holoflora early so that you do not run out of cards in a deck like this. Not to mention it does do 4 damage, it's pretty good. So thank you everyone. Thanks my friends. This is Not Your BF or Not Your Boyfriend. And it was nice to see you. Bye.